In this exercise, we'll create two Liferay objects for Mondego to use on their platform. We have the following objectives for this exercise. We will create a Liferay object for new accounts and create a Liferay object for PTO requests. These are the steps we have for this exercise. Create a pick list for account types, create a Liferay object for new accounts, add entries for the new accounts object, create a pick list for Mondego departments, create a Liferay object for internal PTO requests, create some PTO requests using the PTO request object. Additionally, we have a bonus exercise which we won't cover in this video, but you can complete it on your own. The bonus exercise is create a new Liferay object for account activity. Be sure to include fields for customer name, transaction amount, account number, and account type. First up, we need to make sure we're signed into our Mondego platform as an administrator. If you followed the prerequisites, this will be the test@mondego.com account. We'll begin by creating a pick list to use in the first Liferay object that we will create in this exercise. Once signed in, open the global menu. Go to the control panel. Under Object, select Pick Lists. Click the Add icon in the upper right. Type account type for the name and click Save. We'll now add some options for our pick list. Click on the New Account Type pick list. Click on the Add icon. Type checking for the name and click Save. We'll repeat this process and add options for savings and individual retirement. Finally, we'll click Save to save our pick list. Next, we'll create a Liferay object for new accounts. Open the global menu. Navigate to the control panel. Under Object, select Objects. Click the Add icon and type New Account for the label and New Accounts for the plural label. Click Save. To edit our new object, we'll click on New Account. We can choose the scope of our object by clicking the arrows under Scope. Go ahead and choose Site. We can click the arrows under the panel category key to control where our new application appears in the Liferay DXP UI. Choose Site Administration, People. This means our new account object will appear under the People section of the Site Administration panel. Click on Save. Be careful not to click on Publish, as this will remove our ability to edit our object. At this point, we can start adding some fields to our new object. We'll start by adding some fields with basic contact information. Click the Fields tab at the top of the page. Click the Add icon and type account holder for the label. Choose String for the type and click the slider next to Mandatory. Click Save. Click the Add icon. For the label, type Email. For the type, select String. Then click the slider next to Mandatory and click Save. Click the Add icon. Type Phone number for the label. Choose Long for the type and click the slider next to Mandatory. Click Save. Next, we'll add the remaining fields to our object and publish it. Click the Add icon. Type account type for the label and choose Pick List as the type. Choose account type for pick lists and click the slider next to Mandatory. Click Save. Click the Add icon. Type initial balance for the label. choose Big Decimal for the type, and click the slider next to Mandatory. Click Save. Click the add icon. Type date of request for the label. Choose Date as the type. Click the slider next to Mandatory, and click Save. Click on the Details tab, and click Publish. Now that our new accounts object is published, we'll go ahead and add some entries. Open the Global menu. Click on the Mondego group site. In the Site Administration panel, go to People, and click on New Accounts. Click the Add icon. Type Mercedes Dantes for the account holder. Choose Checking for the account type. Choose today's date for the date of request. Type mdantes@gmail.com for the email. Type 2500.00 for the initial balance. Then type 555-787-9546 for the phone number. Click on Save. Hit the back button. Now click the add icon. Type Albert Smith for the account holder. Choose Savings for the account type. Select today's date as the date of request. Type asmith@faria.com for the email. Type 1,780.45 for initial balance. And type 555-606-9364 for the phone number. Click on Save. Now we'll create a pick list to use with our second Liferay object that we will create in this exercise. Go to the Control panel. Go to the Global menu. Under Control panel, and under Object, select Pick Lists. Click the Add icon in the top right. Type Mondego Departments for the name, and click Save. Click Mondego Departments to begin adding options to the pick list. Click the Add icon, and type Banking for the name, and click Save. Click the Add icon again. Type Financial Security for the name, and click Save. Click the Add icon again, and type Investments for the name, then click Save. Click the Add icon again, and type Marketing for the name. Click Save. Repeat the process one more time for the Design department. So type Design for the name, then click Save. Finally, click Save down here to save the pick list. Next, we'll create a Liferay object for PTO requests for Mondego employees. Go to Control Panel, go to the Global menu, under Control Panel, under Object, click on Objects. Click the Add icon, type PTO requests for the label, and for the plural label, And for the plural label, type PTO requests. Click Save. Click PTO requests to edit our new object. Click the arrows under Scope and select Site. Click the arrows under Panel Category Key. Choose Site Administration, People. Now click Save. Now we'll add some initial fields to our PTO request object. Click the Fields tab at the top of the page. Now click the Add icon. Type name for the label, choose string for type, and click the slider next to mandatory. Click Save. Click the Add icon. Type department for the label. Select Pick List for the type. Then choose Mondego Departments for the pick list. Click the slider next to mandatory, and click Save. Now we'll finalize our PTO request object. Click the Add icon. Type Start Date for the label. Choose Date for the type. Then click the slider next to mandatory and click Save. Click the Add icon. Type End Date for the label. Choose Date for the type. Click the slider next to mandatory and click Save. Click the Add icon. Type Duration for the label. Choose String for the type. Click the slider next to mandatory. Then click Save. Click the Details tab. And now, at the bottom, click Publish. Now that we've published our PTO request object, we can go ahead and add some entries to our newly created object. Open the Global menu. Click on the Mondego group site. In the Site Administration panel, go to People and PTO Requests. Click the Add icon. Choose Marketing for the department. Type 16.00H for the duration. Choose today's date as the start date. Then choose tomorrow's date as the end date. Then type Naomi Engel for the name. It's important to note that since we didn't specify a particular layout for this object, these fields may appear in varying orders, so feel free to input the information in whatever order fields that appear in your instance. Click Save. Hit the Back button. And now click the Add icon. Choose Banking for the department. Type 8.00H for the duration. Choose a date next week for the start date. And choose the same date for the end date. For the name, type Bethany Park, then click Save.